Number one, I'm really happy with the video quality of this camera. It shoots 6K downsampled to 4K, which is fantastic. Also, I'm able to get 60 frames a second, 4K on this camera, full use of the sensor. And again, 6K downsampled to 4K, so you get crisp, great video. Also, it's got 120 frames per second slow motion if you're shooting in full HD. I think it can even go up to 180 frames a second. So it's got versatility, and it's got enough settings that I can get the mode that I want for the kind of video I want to make, so I'm very happy with video quality on this camera. Also, it can shoot 10-bit 422 in Canon C-Log3, which is also great if you want to have that kind of flexibility to work on your footage. It's great to be able to shoot in 10-bit C-Log3. The second feature I really appreciate about this camera is autofocus. This is a Canon camera with dual pixel autofocus. That means that in most situations, it's going to be able to do what I need it to do. It's going to be able to take care of autofocus while I take care of the other parts of the production. And that's very reassuring. There are moments when I switch and I go to manual focus for that more granular control, but most of the time, the autofocus in this camera is going to get the job done for me. The third feature of this camera that I really like is the fact that you can adapt your EF and EFS glass to this camera through an adapter. And the particular adapter that I have is the Mikey adapter, which also features a drop-in variable ND filter, which is fantastic. I love that. I love the fact that it's just right there in front of me, and I can use this variable ND filter to kind of control the light into the camera for more cinematic effect. It's terrific. The fourth feature of this camera that I really like is its low light capabilities. It may not be an A7S III, but it's very good in low light, and it gets by in most of the situations that I'm going to need it for. The fact is, most of the time, my lighting will be controlled in my studio like it is for this video. But if I need this camera for low light, it has the capability to be able to handle most situations. So that's a bonus for me. The fifth feature of this camera for me is its compact size and its lightweight. The Canon R8 coupled with the RF 16mm f2.8 lens, which I have on this camera right now that is filming me, is just the right combination. It's small, it's sleek, it's compact, it's great for run and gun vlogging scenarios, and it's just very easy to carry around. It's very lightweight. I really like the form factor of this camera. It is large enough that I can get my fingers around and be able to use the buttons and get things done, but it's small enough that it's discreet, easy to take around, so it's a very good design. I like to make videos with wide-angle lenses, and one of the things about the Canon R8 that I appreciate is the fact that it doesn't have IBIS. I have seen videos made on wide-angle lenses on some other Canon cameras that have IBIS, and they seem to have this effect, or at least they have had it in the past. I don't know if it's been fixed in a firmware update or anything like that, but all I know is I've seen videos where there was something that was like a corner wobble in Canon cameras that had IBIS. When I saw that, I decided immediately, whatever I do, I am not going to get a Canon camera with IBIS until that's fixed. So when the R8 came out without IBIS, I just said, that's the camera for me. Now, how good is the digital image stabilization on the R8? Well, I would say, especially with the enhanced mode, that it's pretty good. I've used it with a few different lenses. I'm especially happy using it with this RF 16mm f2.8 lens, and when I use it on that lens, especially the enhanced digital image stabilization, I'm happy with the results. Now, it's not something that I'm going to whip the camera around with or run around with, but if I walk slowly and I make deliberate movements, do things like the ninja walk, I find that this works out very well. I'm happy with the digital image stabilization on the R8 as long as I use it within what I would say are its limits. The next point I want to make about this camera is the value proposition. I think the value proposition, the bang for the buck of the R8 is fantastic. I got this camera at a very good price during Black Friday of 2023. I got some bonus things thrown into the package. It really sweetened the deal. It was like an offer I couldn't refuse. So for a full frame camera at such a budget price with the capabilities it has, the video quality, the autofocus, the other features, it's just a really good deal. So this is just an initial review of the Canon R8, but I still want to make my final verdict on the camera from what I know about it right now. So here it is. If you want a camera that has a great price for full frame, that has great video quality and great video settings, that has great autofocus, that is part of the Canon ecosystem, and you're interested in something that you can fit into your budget, this may be exactly what you need. I'm very happy that I bought it, and it might fit a lot of other people's needs who are just doing content creation, talking head videos. It might be just right for you. Thank you very much. My name is Jim McKay. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.